Now, the problem that has cropped up in Palampur, as we have seen, is that no further land can be brought under cultivation. So, what is the alternative? The alternative is that now we have to grow more in the same land. Now, how do we do that? The people of Palampur, or in fact the villagers of Palampur, grow the kharif crop during the rainy season, that is jawar and bajra, and between October to December they grow potatoes, and the rabi crop is sown in winters, that is wheat. Now, since the production has increased, so they sell the surplus at Raiganj, the nearby big village, and sugarcane is also one of the crop of the village Palampur. So, jaggery is sold at the nearby town Shahpur. Now, try and understand one thing, that the farmers of Palampur are growing 3 crops in a year, and it is all due to good irrigation facilities. Earlier, the farmers of Palampur were using Persian wheels, but now there are plenty of tube wells which water the fields every time of the year. Now, this growing of more than one crop in a year is called as multiple cropping. So, the villagers of Palampur are growing kharif crop, they are growing rabi crop, and there is a third crop which is grown by them, and that is the potato. So, that means multiple cropping is going on in the village Palampur. When we are talking of increasing the yield from the same piece of land, the next revolution which has occurred in the food grains is the green revolution. The green revolution, which aimed at increasing wheat and rice production in India, actually gave a big revolution in Punjab, Haryana and some parts of Uttar Pradesh. The farmers used better pesticides, had modern means of irrigation, electricity and high yielding varieties of seeds. HYV, which means high yielding variety of seeds. So, all this led to what is called as the green revolution, wherein the production increased many folds. Now, we have to understand that the land which is being cultivated, will that actually sustain for the coming generations? The answer is big no, because due to the use of chemical fertilizers in the field, it can be giving instant fertility to the soil, but it is slowly decreasing the fertility of the soil. Also, the tube wells which have been used by the farmers now are in fact reducing the underground water and disturbing the water table of the area. This means that the modern techniques could be giving a better yield just now, but they are a big threat to the coming generations. Now, let us look at the distribution of land at Palampur. We see that there are 450 families and 1/3 of it, as I said, are Dalits. So 150 families are landless farmers. 60 families are medium and small farmers who have 2 hectares or little more piece of land, and rest are big landlords who own 10 hectares or more than that land, which means that the land is unequally distributed at Palampur, and similar is the condition of other villages in India where the land is not being properly distributed between the various sections of the people residing in the village. Another factor required on the fields of Palampur is the labor. Now, where does this labor come from? Most of the people who are landless farmers, that is the Dalits in the village, provide the much required labor in the fields of village Palampur. The next factor required is the capital. So, where does the money come from to the farmers for sowing and reaping crops in the fields? Many small farmers have to borrow money from the landlords, and it becomes very difficult for them to repay the loan, and thus they entered into a vicious circle. That is, they are caught up in a circle where they borrow and pay and re-borrow and repay. So, it is a cycle which continues every time. But certain medium and the large farmers have enough saving by which they actually do the farming activity. Now, how does the money come to these medium and the large farmers? What are the other economic activities going on in the village? First of all, we know that since the villagers are doing multiple cropping, so they are selling the surplus products in the neighboring village and the town. So, they are making little more profit, which is kept as saving by the medium and the big landlords. Dairy is another farming activity of the village Palampur, and the buffaloes are fed on grass, jawar and bajra. The milk is sold to the nearby big village at Raiganj, and some of the big merchants of Shahpur town have their collection cum chilling center at the village Palampur, wherein the milk is collected and then transported to far off towns and cities. So, all these activities are increasing the money or the economic strength of the villagers of Palampur. Another economic activity of the villagers of Palampur is the small scale manufacturing. That is, the villagers, they employ just their own family members, and at their home they manufacture something for sale. It could be even weaving baskets. So, they are doing another activity to earn money besides farming, adding to the strength of the pockets of the village Palampur. Then there are shopkeepers in the village who sell everything. It could be the eatables, it could be the pencils, the pens, or it could be other daily requirements of the people of village Palampur. Then there is another economic activity, and that's the transport. By transport, I mean transporting the people from one village to another, or transporting the goods from one place to another. And for this transportation, they are getting paid. When they get paid, they actually make money. So, this is the beautiful story of the village Palampur, wherein the people are struggling hard by doing farming activity and other economic activities in order to have a good living, or rather to sustain for life. Thank you.